ReefBum is sponsored by Bulk Reef Supply and Ecotech Marine. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So in this video I want to talk about frag racks that you would use in a frag tank. And for years I've been using black egg crate, and I pick up this egg crate that is apparently conditioned for saltwater fish tanks so they won't leach out a lot of phosphate. And I like egg crate because it's very easy to get large pieces and then cut them up and customize it to the tank. So in this 50-gallon frag tank, I had wall-to-wall black egg crate, and also in the 75-gallon frag tank I elevated all these grow out colonies on black egg crate. But I always seem to have some sort of algae, whether it was turf algae or some other kind of algae, that would get into the egg crate. So it was sort of a pain in the ass, because every couple of months I would have to clean that stuff out. So I would take a power washer and just blast the egg crate, and I would swap out the egg crate for some new egg crate, and go for a couple of months and then start that all over again. So that was sort of a hassle. The other thing that was a negative about this egg crate is that the frag plugs do move around, right? Because typically the frag plugs, the bottoms are going to be small enough where there's going to be a lot of wiggle room for them to move around. So with my frag tanks, I have a lot of flow in them, and depending on where the frag plugs were in the tank, sometimes they would blow off the frag rack, sometimes the turbo snails would just knock them loose. So that was also a problem, losing frag plugs out of the egg crate. So what I was doing was I was looking for an alternate solution, and I decided to check out some of the higher end acrylic frag racks. And what I did was I settled on this type of frag rack from a company called Luna. And the only knock I have against this frag rack, and this is acrylic, okay, but my only knock is that you actually had to put these things together. And it was not easy, let me tell you, because they came, there's two pieces of acrylic sheets on this frag rack, and in between them are these rubber, it's some sort of rubberized type of material, which is great because it holds frag plugs secure. They won't move around. But they came with this wax paper that was adhered to the acrylic. And let me tell you, man, it took me like 20 minutes per frag rack to get that wax paper off of the acrylic. It was a very tedious, time-consuming process, and to put these frag racks together. So that's my only knock against them. But what I do like about them, not only because they have this rubberized material to hold the plugs in place, but they also have these bulkheads. Okay, so they come with 4 bulkheads that you also have to install. The reason why I like that is because these are 1/2 inch bulkheads, and the cool thing is you could put 1/2 inch pipe, any length pipe, in these bulkheads to elevate the frag racks off the bottom of the tank. And that's what I did here. I had put some, I think it might have been 1 1/2 inch pieces of Schedule 80 PVC pipe that I put. I didn't glue them in, because if I ever wanted to adjust them again in terms of that height, then I didn't want to have them stuck in there. But I elevated them just enough to allow the flow from that gyro pump to get underneath these frag racks. And I like the fact that this tank is not wall to wall with frag racks. It just allows for more flow and circulation, which is a good thing. And I think I've got plenty of spots to put frag plugs in. So I've been using these for about 6 weeks, and you can see there's a lot of coralline algae that has gotten on top of the acrylic on these frag racks, but really no, knock on wood, problematic algae. So I really do believe that these acrylic frag racks from Luna are not leaching the phosphate like I think this egg crate is, even though it was conditioned for saltwater fish tanks. So I will, my plan was actually to use egg crate on this 50-gallon frag tank from my Peninsula tank, but I've got a couple more of these Luna racks that I'm going to use instead. So this will be a kind of a combination of grow out colonies in here. So I'll have them on the tiles like I do here, and I removed the black egg crate from this tank and just have the tiles on the floor of the tank. That seems to work a lot better. So I'll do that in here as well, but I'll also have a couple of these Luna frag racks that I'll put together. So I think that'll definitely be a viable solution. Certainly the Luna frag racks cost a lot more than the black egg crate, but if it continues to be hassle-free in terms of not attracting that problematic algae, then that would be awesome. I know a lot of folks use black egg crate with a lot of success and don't have algae issues with it. Just seemed to be my experience that I was getting that sort of thing on these frag racks. And one other thing I'll say about egg crate, I found that you would increase your chances of success in terms of not having algae on the egg crate or minimal algae on the egg crate if you're able to actually cook it somewhere in the system in established tank water. Sometimes I would put some of the egg crate in the sump, or if I had another frag tank that wasn't lit up, like this frag tank, you can see I'm cooking these acrylic or these egg crate frag racks in here. But I found that if you're able to do that and let some bacteria colonize on the egg crate, you do minimize the chances of the algae growing on the frag racks. So that's one thing I did learn over time. So that's going to be a wrap on the video. If you folks want to support the channel, I do sell a lot of SPS frags as well as the equipment that I use on my systems, so go check it out on reefbum.com. Until next time, we will see you, so be good and be safe. Later.